Top stories in the Winn Tv news. Management of Rams Wholesale has released CCTV footage of the May 22nd robbery and 14 FIFA officials indicted in the US. The details of these and more stories next on the Winn Tv news.
For the month of May, Ashbury's have 25% off on most fragrances. Come and take advantage. Remember, Father's Day is around the corner and you can reward Dad with a nice fragrance. We are located at Liverpool Row at the Circus. Call us at 465-8175 and at the Marriott 466-1626. Ashbury's.
I am Chantel Rochester and welcome to the Winn Tv news. The management of Rams Wholesale has released CCTV footage of the robbery which took place between 3:50 p.m. and 4 p.m. on Friday afternoon. More in this report.
An undisclosed sum of money was stolen from Rams Wholesale on Friday, May 22, after a senior-level employee was attacked. The footage shows one of the robbers standing in the corridor wearing a light green shirt, a broad-rim fedora-type hat, and a one-strap bag flung around his shoulder. His face appeared partially covered. He began handing out what appeared to be paper or booklets to persons who arrived and were entering the establishment. At 1 minute 22 seconds into the video, a man was seen leaving the building through the entrance door with what appeared to be a bag believed to contain money from the business. The suspect immediately pounced upon the man and grabbed the bag. The man with the bag fell on the ground. They both tussled and the bag was forcefully pried away. The suspect fled the scene thereafter. Two other CCTV clips from Rams showed the suspect and another man, who also wearing a fedora-type hat, walking towards the building in the area of the parking lot. Both of their faces appeared partially covered. Crime Stoppers is issuing a $10,000 reward for the successful capture and conviction of persons responsible for this crime. The footage is published on our website, www.winnfm.com, on the homepage. Rams Wholesale management said that though the bandits were very cautious not to reveal their faces on the video, it is their hope that someone will recognize a profile, a walk, or mannerism that would lead to an arrest and conviction. Persons with information on this incident are advised to call the nearest police station or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477.
The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has announced some diplomatic appointments, including former Deputy Prime Minister Sam Conda as ambassador to the United Nations. More in this report.
The Deputy Leader of the People's Labour Party, Mr. Sam Conda, is appointed ambassador to the United Nations. Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris made the announcement at a press conference Wednesday.
Cabinet has agreed to the following diplomatic appointments. Mr. Sam Conda to be designated Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary will be our representative to the United Nations. This appointment will fill, of course, the vacancy created by the resignation of Mr. Delano Bart Kissi. Mr. Conda, a former Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, has what it takes to commence this assignment and to deliver results from day one. There are several important issues on the United Nations agenda, and with Mr. Conda's leadership, we expect excellent results. Dr. Thelma Philip Brown is being designated ambassador to the United States of America, USA. She will be resident in Washington, D.C.
Economist Dr. Everson Hull is appointed ambassador to the Organization of American States.
Dr. Everson Hull is designated as ambassador to the Organization of American States. Dr. Hull is an academic whose extensive work in the field of economics has cemented his value to the Nevis Island administration in the area of economic policy formulation. Ms. Shirley Skerritt is a career diplomat formerly attached to the OECS missions and embassies in Brussels. She has been confirmed as High Commissioner to Canada, based in Ottawa. Verna Morris is a career Foreign Service officer. She has been assigned to Cuba as Chargé d'Affaires.
Dr. Harris said other diplomatic announcements will be made in due course by the Foreign Minister, Mr. Mark Brantley.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Winn FM.
Winn FM's mission is to contribute meaningfully to the information, awareness, and the development of our nation and the region through the building of educated and informed communities. Winn FM faces the issues squarely, without shying away from controversy, while striving continuously to provide balanced, responsible reporting.
Better music, better talk, better radio. 98.9 Winn FM.
For the month of May, Ashbury's have 25% off on most fragrances. Come and take advantage. Remember, Father's Day is around the corner and you can reward dad with a nice fragrance. We are located at Liverpool Row at the Circus. Call us at 465-8175 and at the Marriott 466-1626. Ashbury's.
Welcome back. The Police High Command is reporting a reduction in major crimes from January to April in 2015 compared to the 2 previous years. This report from Winn TV's Andre Huey.
With the recent rise in gun crimes in the Federation, the police are prepared to take charge of the crime situation, says Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of crime, Ian Quealy. ACP Quealy says within the short term there will be a heightened presence of police in the community.
Going forward, there will be no excuse and there will be no tolerance, because we don't want to only talk tough, we'll have to act tough. And so there will be targeted approaches, and the gangsters must know that the police will be looking, and with the intelligence that we would have gathered and going back to as far as we can, we will be putting on a series of operations as well. And the key thing to all of this, we want the public to know that even if you're inconvenienced for a moment, this is not something that we intend to let upon in the very near future. But to address the question asked by Andrew, the thing is, in the very short term, you should be seeing activities from the police. As a matter of fact, I can report with the permission of Commissioner, one of the areas that we are investing heavily in is the area of ballistics. And as recent as yesterday, we made an arrest and charged somebody with a murder that was committed back in October of last year.
ACP Quealy says the police would be digging into colder cases to make arrests for crimes that have been unsolved. He adds that problems emanating from single-parent families are contributing to the crime situation.
Now, many of the individuals and organizations we will describe today were entrusted with keeping soccer open and accessible to all. They held important responsibilities at every level, from building soccer fields for children in developing countries to organizing the World Cup. They were expected to uphold the rules that keep soccer honest and to protect the integrity of the game. Instead, they corrupted the business of worldwide soccer to serve their interests and to enrich themselves. This Department of Justice is determined to end these practices, to root out corruption, and to bring wrongdoers to justice. Now, the 14 defendants charged in the indictment we are unsealing today include high-ranking officials of FIFA, the international organization responsible for regulating and promoting soccer, leaders of regional and other governing bodies under the FIFA umbrella, and sports marketing executives who, according to the indictment, paid millions of dollars in bribes and kickbacks to obtain lucrative media and marketing rights to international soccer tournaments. The 47-count indictment against these individuals includes charges of racketeering, wire fraud, and money laundering conspiracies spanning 2 decades. Beginning in 1991, 2 generations of soccer officials, including the then presidents of 2 regional soccer confederations under FIFA, one being the Confederation of North, Central American, and Caribbean Association Football, known as CONCACAF, which includes the U.S., and the South American Football Confederation, or CONMEBOL, which represents organized soccer in South America, used their positions of trust within their respective organizations to solicit bribes from sports marketers in exchange for the commercial rights to their soccer tournaments. They did this over and over, year after year, tournament after tournament. The criminal activity that we've identified did not solely involve sports marketing. Around 2004, bidding began for the opportunity to host the 2010 World Cup, which was ultimately awarded to South Africa, the first time the tournament would be held on the African continent. But even for this historic event, FIFA executives and others corrupted the process by using bribes to influence the hosting decision. The indictment also alleges that corruption and bribery extended to the 2011 presidential FIFA election and to agreements regarding sponsorship of the Brazilian national soccer team by a major U.S. sportswear company. In short, these individuals, through these organizations, engaged in bribery to decide who would televise games, where the games would be held, and who would run the organization overseeing organized soccer worldwide, one of the most popular sports around the globe.
The top stories again as we end the Winn TV news. Management of Rams Wholesale has released CCTV footage of the May 22nd robbery, and 14 FIFA officials indicted in the US. I am Chantel Rochester, and this has been the Winn TV news.